Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to continue working on part 7 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to start and finish the second floor. Now we're going to add in the roof. And then let's go to 3D and see what we have come so far. So here we have this one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the roof, and then after that we're going to add in the windows. So we could go to level 2, and then from level 2 we're going to add the roof. So let's go to architecture and then click on roof. You want to make sure that this define slope is unchecked, and then edit type, duplicate, and then let's call this roof number 1, and then edit this, make this 200 thickness, and change the material. And then let's just choose ceramic or something ceiling. Acoustic ceiling. Let's look for miscellaneous. Yes, let's use this roofing or roofing slate. Apply and then OK. And then OK again. And then after that, you want to make sure that the base level should be level 3, but we're using level 2 as our guide. We're going to click pick line, and I want this one to be flush. So I'm picking the lines from the inside of the wall. And then now we need to trim everything, especially the ones that are here, because as you can see, it's overlapping. And then you want it to be base offset -200 because that's the thickness. Click up, click finish, and then let's look at it at 3D. It now looks like this. What we need to do is we need to select each and every one of this. So once you select everything, we will need to click on one of the functions, which is attach top base. And then after that, click on the roof. And as you can see, it disappeared. Now everything is flushed. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some windows. So let's go to level 1, and then let's start adding some windows. So here I'm going to click on wall, but we need to go to the drop down and choose curtain wall. Once we choose curtain wall, we need to add it from the inside of the wall, similar to what I'm doing. And you want to make sure that this is from the inside of the wall. So let's just keep on adding the walls on those locations that we want to. So here, I'm gonna add a wall right here, and then here as well. And then here, I'm just gonna use CS because we already added that. So there, I'm gonna add that one. Let's add it here as well. And then let's add it here as well. So I believe we're good with this. So I'm gonna click on modify and click cut geometry. We'll need to select the window first and then the curtain wall. We need to do that to all the places that we added a curtain wall. So we add it there. And then now what we could do is we could go to our 3D and then let's set the height and the height of each and every one of this. We might extend this one all the way at the top, similar to what I'm doing, only on this area. So we need to cut geometry on this one as well. So wall and then the curtain wall. As you can see, it got there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something to change this. And then for the rest, we will need to set a height and the base. So somewhere like this. So once we set something up, we could just align this one and then align it on the basement. We could change the width later on. For here, let's maintain all the heights for this area. There we go. So we maintain the height, and now we're gonna copy the base. For this one, we're not, because we're gonna add in a door. Here, we're just gonna pull it down somewhere here. I'm gonna use align to have the same height. And then let's go to our level 2 and add in the windows that we need. So here, let's click on wall again. It will be the curtain wall. And let's add in the wall like this on this area. And then a wall like this as well on this part. But you can click on spacebar. So for the wall, I'm just thinking how come this one is not on this. So I'm just gonna use align so that to align this. So now everything is good. I just noticed that one. And then let's add in more. So here we're gonna add the one for the masters, and then let's add it here as well, which is we already added. What I can do is I can flip this bed on the other side. So I'm gonna select everything, deselect this one, but select everything, rotate this 90 degrees, and then it's still active, so I could just use my arrow key. So now it's placed properly so that we can do something about on this area. And then here I'm also going to add in a wall or a curtain wall on this. I'm just gonna flip it. I want it from the inside, and then here we're just gonna add it on this side for now. And then let's now go to modify and cut geometry. And then here we're gonna add a window right here. Go back to wall, curtain wall, and let's just add it right here. So that's good enough. And then click on cut geometry again. Now go back to 3D. I want to set the height first, so AL. So align it to all the heights. And then for the base, that's something that we need to change depending on if we gonna add a door, which is we're gonna add the door right here. So we're gonna leave it like that. Here, we're gonna pull it up. So let's pull this up, zoom it a little bit, and then we're gonna do it like that. AL, and then here as well. We're gonna add a door right here, and here we're gonna add something different. And here we could just pull it up like that. Okay, so I'm happy with this one. We could pull this one down later on, or we could just hide it using some extrusion. Let me fix this one. So I'm gonna go to my and then let's use this to basically remove everything. We might even flip this one, only this one, so that it's showing the other side. And then now we need to do this so that it deletes all of it. So we just need to remove the other side, which is this, and let's extend it more if we can. Cut geometry. I know what to do now. Select that one and move it manually. I'm basically moving it like that. So the bits, little by little, everything will be removed, which now everything is done. We just need to pull this back a little and then align it from this wall. AL. So we need to manually align it. So this is aligned. And then from this one, we need to align it as well from the wall. So just manually do it. And we just need to extend it like that. If we see it on our 3D, we're still getting this one, a portion of the window. I want to see it in my shaded. So I want to remove that completely. Let's look at it at 3D again. And there we go. Just a little bit. It's not going to be seen in our renderings, but something that we could do right now. This one, we're just going to rotate this 180. And then just move it a bit like that so that it doesn't protrude on the window. So now it looks nice. We're going to add in some design here. Once we're done with the windows, I'm going to add in some curtain grids. So this one will be around 700 from the top, or maybe that's too much. Probably 500 from the top is good enough. And then we could add in a door. So here I'm going to click back curtain grid. This will be 500 as well. And then we're going to add in a door. This one as well, 500 from the top. And then now, for this, let's go back to level 1. I want that to be same width. So even though I'm estimating it, I just still want to show it like that. So it's good enough. Curtain grid, one in the middle. This one, let's add 3. This one, let's add only 1 without this one. Let's not add anything. And then now here, we're going to add 3. And then this one here, 3 as well. And then after that, so this one, actually, what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna equal everything. But before that, I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna add something on the middle so that it doesn't show this. So curtain grid about here, and I'm just adding like that so that I could just align it. I don't need to stress out there, so that's why I just added it randomly so that I could just do it later on. For this one, we will need to add in a different glazing material. So edit type, duplicate, so glaze number 2, and then the material, let's change this to a different class. We could use maybe another glass. Right here we have glass cast gray. Apply, and then OK, and then OK. So this two will have glaze 2. So that's done. So that's done with the glass. Now we could add in a grid. And then let's add equally first. And then equally again. Same thing here. Equal first. Okay. So now it will look nicer. Maybe we should add one here. Okay. And then now go back here and click on mullion, all grid. Let's change this to 50 by 65. And then click here like that. So all the walls, let's add this. Here, I'm just gonna go back here and add in a curtain grid, which is half, and then go back again to mullion, all grid. I forgot that we have another door here as well. Okay, now everything looks good. So this one looks nice. We're going to change some of the materials later on. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna insert the door for this. So let's go back to the main, go to doors, and then you can see curtain wall single glass. This is specifically for this. And then now, once you select one of the panels, click on tab, click it again. So let's do it here. And then now, we need to load it. So single glass, click open. Now that's it's loaded, select one of the panel by tabbing, and then after that this will be available to add. Let's do it here. What you do is just hover your mouse cursor, click on tab, and then once it's highlighted only the panel that you want to add, click it, and then go to the drop down. Same here as well. Tab, tab, tab. If it's not, change the location of the arrow key. Click it again, and there you have it there. Now you can change the orientation by flipping it and going to your level. I'm gonna go to my level as well. Here I'm gonna flip it and turn it around, or we could just leave it like that. This one is perfect, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's stop here for now and continue in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.